Hello and welcome to the Data Break Podcast, episode 47? No, probably 48. 48. I'm going to say 48 for the week of February 1st, 2016. I'm your host, James Lee. With me today, we have Ravenstorm.
Hi there.
Max Lee, no relation.
Hi there.
Taylor Kelsey, no relation. Kelsey. Oh, nice. Yeah. Actually, it is 47. Nice. Anyways. Welcome to the show, guys. Last week we actually did 2 hours talking about it was a slow news week and we talked for like 2 hours. So indeed. I don't know how long we're gonna talk with this week's news week.
How are we gonna top this?
How are we gonna top it?
Yeah, we always go bigger and better every episode. It's
just gonna exponentially.
Soon it's just gonna be 3 hours on half a topic, on a sentence fragment that someone said half a sentence, and then we're like,
Today's
oh,
yes. Workout balloon. All right, here we go.
How are you guys doing? I know it's been a long week since we last talked, so.
Meh.
Consistently tired.
I'm doing pretty well myself.
Consistently tired is something that, yes. I ran out of coffee this morning. It was it's the worst Monday to run out of coffee.
You're miles from Temple.
Miles? No, okay. I have to tell you a story because Friday morning I was making my AeroPress, right? And I do the inverted method, right? You flip it over. And as I was making it, I felt something itch on my ear, and I raised my left arm up to, scratch it, and boom, knocked over my AeroPress. The last of my Temple coffee. It was the last of it, and it was all over my countertop, wet and sad.
I could send you Temple coffee.
Well, if you'd want to,
you could get your personal courier guy to go to him next time he's in Merced.
Yes.
Right. I ordered some. I have some in Merced. They have like a local blend called Mariposa. They would sell it at Rayleigh's in Bel Air. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's
like Merced.
well.
I think you have to take out the word in there.
It's not.
It's not.
Merced. It's their slogan. Merced. It's not. It's not.
There we go. It's interesting.
How do you feel about our chastising you for your choice of locale, James?
Well,
like it is all in good fun and it's friendly, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I actually do want to know.
Well,
do you take offense?
I don't
take measure.
I don't take offense because I agree. Yeah, like I sort of agree. And I mean, living here for a couple of years now, I don't. It's not as bad as I imagined it would be. There's still parts that I'm like, it kind of sucks. We're getting a Five Guys though. Super excited about that. It's sad.
When that's the part in your life that you get really excited about.
Yeah, it's right next to a boba place, so like, rip my wallet basically. I mean, Five Guys isn't the best burger place, but when you
once you steal a kidney to pay for all your gear, then you can start going to the boba place and the Five Guys.
We'll talk about gear soon.
Yes, we will.
Metal Gear.
A burger to surpass Metal Gear. Speaking of burgers, what's your opinion of favorite burger?
What my
Gibbs
favorite?
Kitchen.
Do you think love can bloom in a Five Guys?
Is that a real question? Because I believe it.
Reference.
I believe it.
In Metal Gear Solid 1, Snake randomly asks someone in a stairwell, "Do you think love can bloom in a battlefield?" And then he has a very long explanation explaining, yes, he does think love can bloom in a battlefield.
Love can bloom in a Five Guys. That's kind of gross.
Love can bloom in an onion at Outback Steakhouse.
Dude, I love bloomin' onions and any derivatives.
2,000 calories.
2,000 calories.
Dude, okay, first of all, how often do you eat an onion?
Not that often. I mean,
right.
I like onions.
Title of this week's podcast.
Do you eat an onion?
How often do you eat an onion? Just like the whole onion. There's this. I saw a screenshot. I think it was earlier today where it was like, Timmy reviews an onion, and it's just him throwing up. Let's unbox an onion, guys. We'll review an onion on
things that you've seen online, James. Last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, you said is the pictures. Is this literally you? That comic?
Yes.
And my girlfriend, every time she says me, I say that to her. It's like, is that literally you? And she's like, so
Damn. You're welcome, Taylor.
It's rough, Taylor.
I'm going to contribute to another breakup, and it's going to be terrible.
Another
God.
one. Would you like to tell us something, James? We're in a private room here. No one will hear about it.
No one's here. Anyways, we have news this week.
Wait, hold on. That's news in itself. So let's give a round of applause for the Day to Make podcast, guys. Come on. Yes. Okay.
Let me get the corn.
We Googled stuff.
Let's start at the beginning of the week because I know Ravenstorm showed me a really cool video on drones. Taylor, Ravenstorm, not Taylor. Why don't you take it away? Not Taylor.
I'm not Taylor. I should take it away.
Yes.
All right. So, well, I have been sort of, I guess, I'm not going to say ironic because I don't think that's the real word for it. I have been earnestly following the development of drone racing and drone sports in general because I think it's like a geeky hobbyist fantasy of mine, if you will. And as being what it is, I got very excited when I saw a professionally produced video for the Drone Racing League earlier this week.
Right.
Drone Racing League.
It's really cool. Do you remember? Did you guys remember like Red Bull doing their racing, like their air racing, their plane racing?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
And
that.
I think I'm pretty sure after that like horrendous crash that killed people, I haven't really heard much of it. I think there was a crash a few years back. I don't remember. Not well. But like what they would do is they would like set up huge like giant poles for the planes to fly between, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot cooler in drones because you could shrink it all down into like one stadium, and all the poles have like LED lights and it's like all like super glowy and super cool.
Watching drones zip around at freeway speeds around a stadium through tight obstacles while racing each other would be fantastic, and I can't wait to participate and or watch people race drones.
Right, and it's a really like there's an interesting like I want to talk about this because in terms of media distribution for like how are you going to watch drone racing? I mean, like, are you going to watch it on TV? Is it going to be like the new NASCAR except for geeks? Or,
I think there's going to be
are we going to expect like more like a Twitch type thing, like esports, drone sports, esports, robotic sports?
We're gonna have that as our next
check this out.
Insert is drone sports. This video that they have on their YouTube page makes it out to be an extreme sport, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, so I think the marketing was bad, but it's mainstream-ish drone racing, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that this is actually kind of a future-proofy sport because the big media consumption revolution is 2016 Q1, or Q3. What is it?
It's
VR.
Q1 normal.
VR is happening, okay? And as VR hits the market and as that becomes more and more accessible, the sort of immersive 3D experience is going to become more and more accessible. And drones can have immersive 3D cameras mounted to them, no problem. And I think zipping around in a VR headset at 60 miles an hour, watching your favorite pilot do his thing in the finals would be awesome.
Oh. I think that'd be very cool too.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, it's difficult because a very small percentage of people are going to be owning VR headsets to be able to enjoy it in that format. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you could still appreciate it even on a regular screen. Just racing itself. Yes. And like you say, it is the sport of the future. Mm-hmm. So I think it'd be really fun to watch drone racing in VR. I mean, that's how the pilots go, right? They wear the glyph headset, right? Exactly, the infamous corn thing. and that's how they
They
watch
race
it.
through corn mazes.
They race through corn mazes.
They should really do that.
They just
Honestly?
go over it. They're fucking flying.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of crashing, huh? Those things are really light, very light.
And expensive.
And expensive, yeah. Actually, I remember seeing a. Let me see if I could retrieve my memory, because like I almost forgot it, and I think I'm gonna get it back.
That's a cyberpunk sentence.
Right? Memories will be gone like tears in the rain. Voices in a podcast.
Isn't that
Why
Philip
are
K.
Tears in
Dick?
the Rain
That's not.
gone?
Okay, yeah. Never mind. That's
Where did they
Blade
go?
Runner. Did
That's
you
Blade
watch
Runner.
the new version of that movie?
I still
by
haven't
the way?
watched it.
The director's.
I haven't watched the director's cut. It's
There's
watch-
like 5 different versions of it.
Yeah, but just watch the extended director's cut.
extended
The
director's
longest one.
cut.
The longest one.
Extended director's cut premium plus edition. Day one.
They didn't have premium back then. Plus wasn't a fad yet.
Well, you buy the regular movie up front. And
You
then
got
have
the
to pay
turbo back then.
$2.99 to unlock
Turbo
it
pack.
at the end of it.
At the end of the
You
season.
can watch it in 30-minute chunks until you get enough energy, or you can spend money now to get all the energy to watch it however much you want.
But anyways, I remember seeing like drone racing has been around for a little while. At least the past couple of years. I remember seeing some guys in Australia, I think. They just kind of hopped into an abandoned building and raced their drones in like an abandoned parking structure. And that was really cool.
And the boys come and turn them upside down and take their lunch money.
Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. But so, I think there was a study. It wasn't really a study, but like statistics proved that drivers driving, I think it was Assetto Corsa, one of the racing sims, but drivers who were using a VR headset got a lot better time, like did really well compared to those who've been racing, on these simulators for a while, because I guess it enhances their perception, I guess.
Ooh.
It helps them like react better, and like they have a better, they have the better immersion, so they could see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And so like it's really, so basically if you wear a VR headset and you're the type to race in a racing sim, it's better if it's beneficial for you to have a VR headset, because you will perform better. So
Wow.
with that link between drones and VR, that's like the most like future thing these days, right? Drones and VR, you just mix the two together.
I mean, it's like the curved wearable of yesteryear.
Yeah, exactly.
But
VR drones, curved wearable, yeah. Because like, was that our gimmicky CES pick a couple years ago?
I was in Fry's Electronics yesterday buying a new solid state disc for the other computer in the house.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a great upgrade. But one, it was significantly cheaper than I bought mine for, and the same capacity, so I'm kind of jealous. And on the other hand, there were drones all over that store. Like,
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, they have a lot of drones there now.
Walk in and it's like, oh, this one is 3D and it follows you around. This one just follows you around. This one you can pilot. This one's a mini drone. This one's a super
an RC
durable
car.
drone. Yeah,
It's like a ground drone.
No. But battery I remember playing with RC cars as a kid, and as much as I loved them, the battery was always an issue. And I'm absolutely amazed that nowadays we have battery technology that can actually allow for drone flight for extended periods of time.
Like how long?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think like a normal flight's around 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, that's pretty good compared to most RCs.
Speaking of which, have you guys ever seen Enthusiast like remote control car racing?
Yeah.
It's really cool. I remember as a kid, I used like my mom used to take me to the bank because she was going to the bank. She wasn't taking me to the bank. I just tagged along. But right outside in the parking lot, there was some guys, and they set up fences and stuff. There was like hay bales and like for the track and all that. And you just had these tons of guys, like a couple dozen or so, just racing these RC cars, and they were like souped up too. They weren't like electric either. A lot of them were like gas powered, and they were super loud. And it was really cool to watch them race. So I hope we could see that, except better, bigger, and in the air. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing drone racing in VR.
You and I were having a back and forth the other day, I think, about other possible drone sports, and the drone combat, and in particular drone jousting, came up.
Drone
All right, how
jousting.
would that work?
Okay, so here's how I envision it. Okay, you take a normal quadcopter or a hexacopter, whatever floats your boat, and then you attach a long, thin fishing rod-like lance to the top of it, and then you get to have this little target mounted to the front of it, so that you basically play chicken at high speed with another drone, and if you can hit their target, it instantly disables their drone. It comes crashing to the ground hundreds of feet below.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this, and it doesn't have the shield itself doesn't have to disable the drone. Maybe you could like make it so like it's a challenge of engineering where whoever builds the better drone is going to survive. So the drones just keep hitting each other until one of them finally, buckles and crashes. I think that'd be.
Dude, that would be cool. I would watch that.
The old robot fighting shows?
Yeah, BattleBots
in 3D. It's like Rocket League of BattleBots. That's what it's like.
Drone soccer. Another.
No, I would not
sport. I don't know how that would work.
Your lancing idea made me think of drone LARPing.
Dude, drone LARPing for the win. I'm just like, hey, Pixie Companion.
Pixie Companion.
Yeah, give me some. I spent so much gold getting you. Come on, give me a return here.
Hey, you.
Find me some loot.
Yeah. Hey, look. Or is that what it was? I can't remember. Either one.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. That's what it was. Yeah. Just have that. Just bothering people on the battlefield.
Hey.
That's how you break. That's how you break your drone. Blooming. That's how you break your drone. By the way. Did you guys ever see that footage? I don't know if I talked to you guys about it. It was like a ski event, and a drone just comes crashing down like 1 foot behind the skier during the event.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Obviously it was like a media production company that was using the drone to record footage of the skier. Mm-hmm. But imagine if that drone like hit the person.
How big was it?
It was pretty freaking big. It was one of
those film drones are large
because they have to carry a large payload, right?
Imagine being hit with a brick.
No, it's like more like getting hit with like
a cinder block, maybe.
Like 10 pounds of recording equipment while you're skiing. Yeah, I mean at least you have a helmet already, but
that's still gonna be pretty painful.
Yeah, not to mention it just kind of ruins the event in general, and it kind of sets drones back like a couple years in terms of regulation and all that. By the way, you should not be flying drones over people in general. That's kind of like a guideline.
Yeah, that's irresponsible.
Yes.
Or over forest fires.
Or over forest fires. Or over fireworks, as awesome as that looks, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that fireworks looked better from a drone than they did in real life.
Yes, I agree.
Because they were like
referencing.
So I think a couple 3 years back, probably more by this point, some guy took a drone into the New York Harbor, and like if he flew it amongst all of the fireworks that were going off for New Year's, and he kind of just flew around them, and like you could see the fireworks explode in 3D. So you see like them like bursting, and they look a lot different. It's really trippy.
That's cool.
Anyway, yeah. I would love to see that in VR. Everything is better in VR.
Everything's better when it feels like you're there.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's drone racing, I guess. Are you guys excited? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Can I say a little thing about VR? I think it adds to something we talked about many podcasts ago. The creators of Payday are making a VR arcade.
Nice. The VARC, yeah,
with their own VR headset.
Oh, yeah, Starbreeze, the guys who, I guess they're the publishers of Payday and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Payday's got a bad rap these days, but yeah, they I think it was last year's E3 where they debuted their own VR headset. It was 4K. It was a 4K VR headset. So super high pixel density compared to the current VR headsets are like 1080p ish. Mm-hmm. It's like one 1080p screen per eye, basically. I think that's what I want. Yeah.
Don't put anything else on my face. I want that.
Yeah.
What about 1440?
1440p. Well, it'll get better, of course.
Yeah.
I just want it to be so that I want it to have a refresh rate so that it looks right, and I want the color depth to be good and the blacks to look black. Blacks to look black is the next big step in VR. I want to look out into darkness and see darkness.
So AMOLEDs basically, where
Yes.
where if an AMOLED display, if it's displaying black, it will actually turn off the pixel. So
Yeah,
it's
that's a
true
lot
black.
better than.
Yeah. But yes. So anyway, Starbreeze has their own 4K VR headset from accounts from other people in the media that I don't know. It's a little on the heavy side. So take it for what you will. I'm surprised they're
I
running
won't
with
take
it.
it.
No one cared when the first TVs were a little on the heavy side.
That's true.
No one was like, "This is too thick."
I mean, considering
But you weren't
the
wearing TVs.
I mean, Teletubbies.
That's true.
Yeah, it's very.
They had flexible screens. That's different.
whoa, hold on. Also, one of those
Flexible embedded
Teletubbies,
bio screens.
one of those Teletubbies committed
Wait for that.
suicide
Hold out for that.
down the year.
Wait, what?
One of the Teletubbies
What?
committed suicide. I've been told this.
Is
So that's what
thank you
happens
for
when you wear.
telling me.
That's what happens when you wear TVs on your head.
Is that in canon?
Does he die on the show? It's like, oh no, Gypsy!
He put his head in his television stomach, and it was a weird causality loop, and he just disappeared. Television turned off.
No, he just took a shotgun to the mouth in front of all of his children.
I could always look it up, but yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what happens when you wear TVs on your heads, kids.
Or bellies.
This is what happens when you start implanting electronics, dude. It's sometimes
Teletubbies is a
they can take
post-apocalyptic
control of your
future.
brain.
It's the only
So
four people
Teletubbies is
alive.
Dude,
actually
it's filmed in New Zealand, didn't you know?
oh,
Really?
like everything else.
No, that's not
Interesting.
true. That's not true. Don't.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah. But I mean, like, so you're saying that Teletubbies is actually a warning against cyberization of the human body?
No, it depicts a utopia, where all people are genderless and
All four of them.
they have all four people. All four people are sort of genderless, and they all have embedded screens inside them. And every day, their godchild rises into the sky and then casts his light upon them. And this is it's metaphorical for the aristocracy that is ruling from behind the curtain. You see. It's a very deep plot, and they have a robot servant.
I was gonna
but
say,
little
how
did you know,
fucking
the actor who plays that robot servant is black, and he did it in his spare time. He's a Shakespearean actor, classically trained.
I don't know if anything's real anymore.
By the way, one of the Teletubbies did not commit suicide. That was an error.
Okay.
Teletubbies.
Wow.
So the
that
last
was
20 seconds
great.
trying
That was
to
great.
research that.
That's
That's
great.
funny because it's like just random information. You hear like, this is true. My brother's like, did you hear the next Call of Duty game is going to be in the Revolutionary War? I'm just like, no, that's not gonna. You're just
No,
wrong.
no.
At least
way.
then they'll have an excuse for using lever action guns.
Dude, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like I'd be fine with it. It would be something fresh, something new.
Yeah. Can you imagine just
I
like
want to spend 2 minutes doing elaborate
doing the
thumbstick
rod, like pulling
dances
the rod in, taking the rod out? Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep. You got to do things ferociously with the thumbsticks because it's wet and you're panicked because you have to take a minute and a half to reload your gun.
Isn't that sort of like that Call of Duty game mode where you have like one bullet and then
Sort of, except you have one bullet every 3 minutes.
And you have to stand still for those 3 minutes.
well, yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, if you want
Imagine
it
a
properly.
game that actually required you to get together with like 12 teammates, form a firing line, and then shoot.
You know, I'm pretty sure there was one game, I forgot what it was called. It was, like, I believe it was like the French Revolution DLC to a medieval fighting game. And often roleplay servers had people actually, standing in lines, shooting in rows.
Was that Mountain Blade?
I think it was a French DLC for Mountain Blade.
Oh,
Nice.
That's a popular game. Anyways, so what? Oh,
Oh,
no, never mind. Go on.
wait, what? I mean,
Oh, do we have
About
any?
what?
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind then. Yeah, I don't think modern gamers have the patience to play that. Maybe some do, but we'll see. I always wanted a game where you how when you reload, if you're halfway through a clip and you reload, the bullets just kind of magically get reallocated into in your magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really funny if you did that, you would then after you're done with your last full magazine, you have to spend half a minute or so shoving bullets back into the magazine.
Oh, dude, that's a totally great idea.
Yeah,
That's probably an armor mod that exists somewhere.
yeah,
probably, yeah.
you got to press 20 buttons to do that.
Speaking of canon, 2 minutes ago.
I know. I was trying to slowly. do that for you.
Yeah, that was a good effort on your part. Not gonna lie. But we weren't done with that. So, anyways,
We really had to talk about Teletubbies for a couple more minutes.
you bet. Apparently, there's a 2015 reboot.
What?
Of
There's only 3 of them
Teletubbies?
now because one of them killed himself. I heard.
You heard wrong.
And it's set in the Revolutionary War.
J.J. Abrams behind this?
Yeah.
As a DC universe?
Wait,
Speaking of J.J. Abrams, we have reasons why there isn't any Star Wars: The Force Awakens DLC for Battlefront. This is really interesting. So before, Star Wars canon was kind of all over the place, and basically anyone who was licensed properly could do whatever they want.
Yeah, like George Lucas.
He was licensed properly.
So
yes.
first off, let's run down the classes of canon in Star Wars. At the top of the list we have G canon, which is George Lucas canon. G canon.
Mhm.
G canon.
So Force Awakens isn't G canon, but everything else is.
Oh, I guess G canon at this point includes the new
J.J.
films.
Abrams.
Yeah,
So
anything
just movie canon.
movie canon basically, and that's basically law, right? That's the highest form of canon. And then after that, right below that is television canon, T canon, and that's like the Clone Wars TV
Christmas
show. Wow.
That's
Well.
the highest canon.
I think pretty sure that's like the closest thing to being fully retconned, as far as I'm concerned. But T canon is television canon from Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and the Rebels series.
The sequel to the Clone Wars.
Right. And then after that is just basically C canon, which is continuity, and that's just stuff that's in books, video games, comics, stuff like that. Because games, they kind of have to tweak the canon a little bit for gameplay purposes, right?
Yeah.
And for video game purposes, I know in Battlefront 2 the campaign is oh yeah, the 501st, yeah, we were there. Oh yeah, we were there too. And even though the movies make no mention of the 501st Legion, so that's technically C canon. Now, basically, when Disney bought Star Wars and Lucasfilm, they basically wiped out everything but G canon. So, well, except
The Clone Wars.
except the Clone Wars series, and then there's the weird middle ground with the Old Republic, the MMO, because that's still going on. I don't know what the verdict on that is, because I know if they decide to take that away from the canon, the player base is gonna just die, because some people are that crazy about Star Wars. But basically it's just G canon, and then there's Star Wars Rebels. That's it. And Disney is actually keeping a tight leash on it, and they're not allowing. They're very strict on video game portrayals. So basically, they can't do anything for future films. So like people are saying that like because I think there were some DLC details about Battlefront earlier this week, and they talked like all the maps were from the original trilogy. Like there's like the Death Star, I think there's some other stuff. There's like Tatooine, I think. And the fourth one was like unknown, and everyone was saying, "Oh, that's for the new Star Wars movie this year, Rogue One." And I think that's not the case because Disney isn't allowing DICE or EA or whatever to make content for a film that hasn't been released yet. So Disney's being way more strict about the canon than
that's
they
how
were
Disney
before.
works in general. They're just very strict with everything.
Yeah. I personally can't say I agree with it just because my favorite things from Star Wars aren't from the films. I don't know what you guys think. You guys agree? Do you guys agree?
Here's what I think. I think that this could lend itself to be a great opportunity for game studios to try to work with, like, okay, so they can't do future movies, right?
They can only do past stuff.
But it can be separate from the films.
It
right?
can be pretty much up to the latest film and before.
Oh, I see.
Roughly.
Right. Okay.
At the very least,
I don't
the
see anything
original
wrong
two.
with that. I think that there are like spin-off potentials for games rather than being something like Star Wars Episode 3 the game or any of the Star Wars episodes the game. It would just be something more like Jedi Starfighter. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like an off.
at least in terms of comic books, all the comic books that were made after the Disney acquisition are part of the new C canon. So
No, I know. I'm just saying for games. Production in general.
Right.
They might be more limited.
The direct quote is, "You can't take something from the future and bring it back to the past unless it's a reference." Not knowing yet exactly what the storyline for Star Wars Rogue One is going to be, I can't comment on how that could come in. But to the extent that it's in the future, our current Battlefront game is all based on historical Star Wars canon, which is 30 years before the recent movie, and that will limit our ability to bring new content into that. So it's I guess it's partially Disney and then partially EA. I'm assuming because they kind of want to like keep their things separate. They're like, I'm guessing if they were going to make a new Battlefront, they'll do their stuff. But this singular one is going to be just OT stuff.
Nice.
Another question: Did they say anything about ancient Star Wars history?
Are you
Because a
talking
lot of
Sith
the canon
Wars?
Are you talking
Yeah, a
about
lot of the
the Old
continuity
Republic?
The Old Republic, older stuff, basically stuff that took thousands or hundreds of thousands of years before the main trilogy.
Or even the prequels. Yeah, I would
This
normally
opens it-
say. No, go ahead.
This opens those things up to a new interpretation and a more modern treatment, I think. It frees up all the garbage ideas that accumulated over the years to be redone and represented in possibly a better form. And I think that's what this is going to yield more than anything else. It's just like a refilling of that, the sort of immersive canon, but it's going to be done professionally and administered by the media programming professionals at Disney.
So normally I would say that, I would agree with that. Like, it'd be really interesting to see, like, what if the prequels never happened? How would modern Star Wars tackle the prequels, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Better.
well, you can only go up, right? Normally I would say that anything before the Phantom Menace is gone, but we still have the Old Republic video game, the MMO, that's currently being played. So it's a toss up.
So if they accept the Old Republic, the MMO as canon, then at least some parts of old Star Wars canon would be carried on. But if they call it what?
I just did a quick Google and it says, looks like the Old Republic is no longer Star Wars canon.
Oh, Well, great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, right?
It's okay.
Shall I make a
We'll
grave?
live.
Shall I make a grave for HK-47 and the other droids?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Make it deep. Stack them
And
on top of each
the-
other neatly, so we don't have to waste any more energy on this.
The
more
old
time.
Republic, the old Republic was like one of like the coolest parts of the extended universe too, I think. So it's a shame to see it go, but hey, that's what you get. Okay. That's it for. I think that's all for news.
Dun, 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 dun.
EA is not going to E3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show floor at all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, EA is not doing that.
Do they just
That's-
dislike A3 and the people
Well, E3
there?
is becoming less and less important because the way that it traditionally was used for the large companies was they tell the press and the press tells the rest of the people.
Yeah.
But now they can just tell the rest of the people more directly, and they don't need to show games on the show floor to press to have the press then tell it again to everyone else.
That's good.
You've seen this with like Nintendo Treehouse,
Yeah.
which is the thing they've been doing a couple of years. Was just like, here we're just gonna basically have Let's Plays during E3. Come look at this instead of looking at other people's coverage of it.
Yeah.
And
And-
it's just the beginning and the end for E3, in my opinion.
Yeah, we talked about it last week where we were talking about CES, well, how all the big vendors they don't do their big announcements at E3 anymore, and now it's happening. I mean, they don't do the big tech companies don't do their big announcements at CES anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's the same way of E3.
And they're at least announcing it with just like a video, like with a video press conference, but they're not gonna actually be there on the floor.
So basically like Nintendo.
Yes.
And I think that's okay, in my opinion.
I like
I'll-
E3.
Although I would like them to have like demos set up because I remember when Battlefield 4 came out, they had like this awesome, it was 64 computers in a room and there was like a giant LAN party, people playing Battlefield 4, and then there's a place where the commander would sit on each side and they would command their team, and that was pretty cool. Hopefully this opens up more opportunities for indie devs because that's what happened to CES too, where all the smaller guys started coming up. Oculus they made their debut at CES.
Those are the indie Oculus.
Yes, before they got sucked in by the Facebook UFO. Would Facebook satellite be a better?
When we're all in the hallucination machines in like 100 years, we're gonna be like, and in 2010 or whenever that was, this is when Facebook bought Oculus Rift and everything changed forever.
Until the Facebook nation.
History as we know it, as anyone alive can remember it, starts with this day.
We now live in a Dyson sphere owned by Facebook.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm fully expecting Sony and Microsoft to follow suit.
Really?
Would you?
Those are not in the same class as EA.
Yeah, really.
They're above. I think they're above EA, to be honest. So
Well,
That
I
means
mean-
they're not in the same class.
oh well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't disagree, but yes, you're right.
Those
If-
two companies are monsters, dude.
Do you think they're?
huge?
But do you think there's?
they're a staple of CES?
You mean E3? Yeah.
Or what? What? E3?
E3.
You said CES.
We were talking about E3.
Oh,
You said-
Microsoft and Sony aren't going to.
No, they are.
CES?
Well,
They're all going to the E3.
I mean, like
James
E3
is
is
saying that they're gonna be they're
next
gonna also
ones.
pull out of it
basically everyone's leaving E3 pretty much
I
in
because
the
believe
next
it.
10 years, maybe. You know?
yeah.
But not anytime soon. Until they
'Cause-
have their own replacement for it. Because
I
if
mean-
all these companies have their own Nintendo Playhouse, or the EA one is called EA Play, then the viewer base is going to be so disjointed that they're going to need a unifying platform again, you know, to get everyone to watch the same thing. It's hard to like just completely get rid of it.
I suppose.
I
yeah.
agree.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm surprised though. I mean, EA is making the first move though, so I'm wondering what companies will start following suit. Ubisoft,
Also,
maybe.
EA doesn't have that much, really, anyway.
They have a lot of big franchises. It's very few.
They have
but...
franchises, not like games right now.
Yeah. Well,
have they announced anything?
Mirror's Edge is coming out. Mirror's Edge is coming out.
Mirror's Edge, and they're gonna have Mass Effect.
Mass
And then
Effect.
1,200 sports games.
Another Battlefield.
Another Dragon Age.
They have their staples. Basically.
Yeah.
People actually buy Dragon's Age? I never really heard many good things about it.
They're mildly popular. They're mildly popular. I know Dragon Age Origins is like one of the best video games. Best RPGs.
They're pretty popular.
Yeah, they're popular enough that they keep making more. So, yeah. It's still a long ways out from E3 though. So,
Right.
Not really.
4 months. 4 months.
That's not that far away.
That is 1/3 of a year.
Which is not that much.
I guess so.
Let's think on a cosmic scale.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Geological scale is my preferred.
It's bad as well.
Yeah. It's not as bad as cosmological though. I think that's it for news.
Nearly as severe.
I mean, rocks are part of the cosmos. But, just throwing that one out there.
So I think that's it for news. I can't remember any other big news that came out. I know Valve held like a little VR conference, but there was nothing new that came out of it. It was just demoing a lot of games that have already been announced. Like E-Valkyrie, Job Simulator, stuff like that. Hover Junkers.
Eve is coming out for the Oculus? I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive.
No, I think it's an Oculus exclusive. Well,
I mean,
oh my God, we're gonna
hold on. Before you get your pitchforks out, it's not limited to the Oculus platform. You can only get it through the Oculus store. So if you have an HTC Vive, you could still run E-Valkyrie, but you have to. It's like you have to open up an Oculus store. So it's like Origin for
I thought
Oculus.
E-Valkyrie started as a PlayStation exclusive, like the previous Eve spin-off, something 254 or something like that.
No, not that I know of. I was under the impression that it would ship with Oculus at launch. So. So yeah. Anyways, Valve had a conference and it wasn't there wasn't much there. Yeah, that's it for news. And I guess that's where we start talking about what we've been doing, playing, testing, producing, consuming. I wanna set like aside one portion though, just for The Division.
The Division, you mean the game that I haven't received a code for yet because they're slow?
Yeah,
neither have I.
I snagged 4 codes for all of us, for full disclosure, and then for some reason only Taylor and I were able to claim them.
Taylor got the swoop, went mine.
Yeah.
Played it.
Yep.
And mine didn't even work.
His didn't work.
I'm pretty sure I'm guessing Ubisoft messed up and gave the code twice to people, and so someone else already took it. That's probably what happened.
You gave the code to people? What?
No, I'm pretty sure
Ubisoft
gave out that code that I got twice.
Oh.
I mean, considering how many people are trying to get into the beta, I wouldn't be surprised if they made some kind of mistake.
Yeah.
Some kind of mistake like being slow and not convincing in why I should buy the game.
Yeah, that's just Ubisoft.
Bam!
So Taylor and I, we started playing. Taylor, what are your thoughts on it so far?
My initial thoughts before we got into the PvP stuff on it was just like, this is just a Ubisoft's Destiny, what their Destiny competitor, and it's just kind of like a consoleized MMO, but it's nothing that was really interesting. But then the PvP stuff, just a little splash of DayZ in there, just enough to get the same kind of general feelings and tension that it was. The PvP was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds. Describe it. Like, what is it specifically? What do you mean DayZ-esque? I haven't played it, so
I get it. So it's an RPG in the sense that you you level up and you try to find loot. And the loot, you know, it's gear, you get guns or, you know, armor or whatever, and then you just add it onto your character and you get better and better, you know, stat boosts. And you get the majority of all this loot in this area called the Dark Zone, which is a multiplayer kind of an arena area where everyone's like thrown into this area, and they all try to go through the map and look for loot, either through killing enemies or finding it in parts of the map. Like not like killing AI enemies. There's AI enemies scattered throughout the map that you could fight.
Right, but this is not that.
No, that's what the Dark Zone is. But there's more to it. There's more to it though. Friendly fire is on, in the sense that you could kill other players. Because if you do, you could take the loot, any loot that they were carrying. And because there's a unique way of getting loot, of claiming loot, because you could get as much loot as you want in the well, you could get up to 6 pieces of loot in the map, but you cannot use it. You cannot use it until you extract it. And basically, you kind of shoot a flare up into the sky, and then a helicopter comes in.
Server, hello, this person has loot that they are trying to keep.
Right.
Oh, I
everyone
see.
in the server goes, ooh.
So, everyone, like, you know, there's a lot of tension actually, especially if you're playing solo, where if you got some good loot and you're trying to claim it, and, you know, kind of try to extract it and get it out of the area so you can use it, you know, you have to kind of hide and like try to figure out, you know, how to extract your loot without, you know, getting seen or shot. And it creates lots of moments of tension because, like, I mean, there's guaranteed to be someone with loot there, and if you kill them, you know, you could get their loot. But the flip side of it is that if you kill someone in the server, you get marked as a rogue, which means that you can be killed without any repercussions. Like, people can kill you. You have a bounty on your head.
Nice.
And it lasts, you know, a certain amount of time depending on the severity of your crime. Basically, if you kill someone, it's like 90 seconds.
Question: How fast are the kills?
Oh, time to kill.
How many bullets does it take?
I think it's a pretty
8.
appropriate. Yeah, 8 shots.
Do you mean for the players or NPCs?
The players.
Players.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's not as bad as people have been making it out to be. A lot of people have been saying bullet sponges. I think it's fine.
I think bullet sponges refer to the boss NPCs.
Yeah, well, just like every MMO, the higher the levels are, they can have to have more health arbitrarily.
I know, but it doesn't feel like it really makes sense for something as realistic looking as Division.
Yeah, I feel like
silly.
someone should go down in 2 shots every time.
Then that doesn't work for RPG.
I know.
Yeah. And there's like a certain level of weakness because, like, it's not that you could hold, like, you can't really go in and kill like a ton of people at once. You're pretty vulnerable yourself too. There's like a certain, because like, let's say there's one of me and 2 guys trying to kill me, 2 other players. Like, I'm kind of screwed if those guys try to kill me because there's no way I could handle 2 people. As opposed to other FPSs, it's not that hard to get 2 kills. In the Division, it's really difficult to hold off 2 people.
That's balanced.
Yeah.
An important design decision is that your microphone is always on and is based on proximity near other players.
This is a great story.
Awesome.
This is a great story. I want to tell them the story because Taylor and I, we hopped in
beginning of when we started playing.
We just hopped in, and then we came across 2 other dudes, and Taylor, and he had his mic on. He was like, "Oh, cool! There's 2 other dudes. Should we kill them?"
Not knowing that was a thing in the game, and the guy just turned around and is like, "You know, you shouldn't say that when we're right here." They turned out to be cool dudes until I accidentally shot them later.
Accidentally?
No, it actually was. I was like yelling, "I'm sorry! I'm sorry!"
That doesn't mean it was an accident. I do that all the time.
And it's really cool because it's kind of like, it's really realistic because you'll have people on the mics, and then like you'll pass by them. You'll pass like by like a group of people, and you'll hear them talking to each other as they're walking by, and then they'll just fade off into the distance.
I think it's gonna be funny to hear internet conversations held like that.
Oh,
Just
we already
people
had a
talking
lot
about
of
random shit. Just
Wait,
just in a group.
is this gonna become like the new Second Life?
Second Life, the
I'd-
only verb was murder, basically.
or porn.
It's not a verb.
Oh, sorry.
It is now.
I'm
You
gonna
porned it. You
porn
porn
later.
it. Yeah. There's some really interesting interactions I've had with random players, mostly yelling at them and then not getting a response.
hmm
Uh,
So yeah, people have to play into it, have their mics on, and if you're in a large group of people, they're just gonna turn off their mics in game and just talk on Skype. But
Yeah.
we kind of tried to just play in game to try and buy into the concept a little more.
That's
yeah,
fun.
we kind
It
of
was really
humored
fun.
the game. Yeah, it was really great. It's kind of funny because like my friend Daniel, he was playing and he got like two guys came up to him and he said, "Drop your loot." They said to him, "Drop your loot," and he was like, "Dude, I can't drop my loot. You can't you can't just give it. You know, I can't just drop it for you to take." And like because they're threatening him, and they're like, "Oh well," and they just killed him.
Nice.
I kind of get like Walking Dead vibes, like the show, where like you don't like whenever you come across someone, you don't really know if you could trust them.
That's good. I think that games with an interesting social dynamic like that could be very, very fun.
Yeah. Hopefully we get more interactions like in DayZ. There's a story of there's this guy who sat in a tent prone where no one could see him, and he'd play on the in-game mic the He-Man song, the Hey Yeah Yeah song, and then people would like be just like wandering near him, wondering like what is that? What is that? And then they'd get to him, and then he'd kill them and take their loot.
That's perfect.
He lured
Yeah.
him in with He-Man.
The best bait. I think we had enough fun where the only reason why Taylor and I stopped playing on Friday night was because servers crashed
Yeah,
at 1 a.m.
Oh my god! So you guys play nonstop?
we played for like
Basically.
4 hours on Friday and then a couple hours on Saturday.
Yeah.
Have fun, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
And at first, we were kind of like, man, we're too nice for this game. We're not really engaging in all the mechanics because we're just like, we just want to get our loot and go to the helicopter and blah, 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 blah. But as soon as you get more comfortable and you get more people in your party, you're just like, every single time, I was just,
Let's murder this guy.
It's the thought that crosses everyone's mind.
it was getting so bad.
It was
Whereas,
awesome though.
It was like 4 of us, there's 7 of them. It's like, we can do it. We surrounded them. Like, there's a spot on the corner of a map where the helicopter comes up in the corner, and overlooking that corner, on the other side of the street is a gas station. And we got on the roof of the gas station and waited for them to all get up to the rope to try and put their loot on it. And then we systematically tried to kill everyone. It was an awesome long ass shootout. And we lasted for like, and there's another long ass shootout where there was 4 of us, and we killed a guy, and we got bounties in our heads, and we just basically ran into a corner.
And we had a standoff.
Like an 8 or 10 minute last stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my god!
It was
Just
dude.
like, they're coming up to the right. Oh, revive me!
I need a revive! I need a revive! Ah!
It's coming! Get him! Get him!
Get it.
And it was like the Ubisoft press conference where they're just doing, all right, guys, go get them. That fake ass talk was actually real in what we were saying.
Yeah.
There were several times where I caught myself saying like I could be in the Ubisoft press conference.
Yeah, I'm like, Taylor's down! No, we
It's
lost
like
Taylor!
they actually knew what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah,
I felt
everyone
like
thought it
an
was
idiot
fake.
Playing into their whims.
They
falling
got
into
him.
their
They got
net.
us. They got us, Taylor. It was really there's some really good moments. I think there's
Then
another
it became an MMO occasionally as well, just like another boring MMO kind
lot of
thing.
grinding. Yeah. There's
It
like
was- Go ahead, sorry.
oh yeah, like I was running into Taylor and I were running into an alleyway, and
God
then
damn
we see a ton of bad guys, right? We see a ton of bad guys, so we double back. We're like, oh, we don't want to run into those guys, and then we see 2 strangers coming that way, and I just scream at them. They're like, turn around, come, like don't go there. Like, get back,
I just
get back.
scream at them. That's,
Yeah, I was like-
that's social interaction for you.
I was like, no, get back. There's nothing good there. There's nothing good there. Run.
Yeah, we were just doing that.
It was-
And you always
listen?
walk around and there's people like, Yeah, don't trust Avicii or whatever the guy's name was. Toxicity.
Intoxy.
Yeah. People were just like, don't trust that guy. And it's like, all right, thanks, stranger. And then we was passing our way, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, unique interaction that since I haven't played the crazy multiplayer survival stuff, I guess that this is the entry level that dips me into those feelings that are dope.
Wait, hold on. Are there zones in which PvP is not allowed and zones in which
there's a PvP zone and a PvE zone?
And which one's bigger?
The PvE zone is pretty big.
Is most of the map.
Yeah, which sucks, by the way.
Yeah,
It's pretty bland. It's really empty, but that's to be expected of a place where a giant crisis happened.
Yeah.
But the awesome feelings were punctuated by, oh, I got this loot that's level 8. I'm level 7. Let's go back into the normal world and kill boring ass thugs for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we can get this loot.
Yeah, because for some reason, like the loot is dictated by there's like 2 levels. Like there's your dark zone level, and then there's like your regular game level. And for some reason, the loot that you get from the dark zone there's a level requirement for that's based on the regular PvE zone. So you have to grind enemies just to get the regular loot, the good loot.
That sounds boring.
It sucks.
It was.
Yeah, it sucked. There's also a really surprisingly satisfying sense of loss in that game. Like you kind of become you kind of become pretty invested in your loot when you get it. And like there's few games I've seen these days where you actually feel bad for dying. Like I haven't really played any game where I feel bad for dying, to be honest, except in The Division. Because I lose all my loot.
But you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to feel bad because I'm dead. But like in The Division, like I actually felt really disappointed and kind of pissed that when someone took my loot. On the flip side, though, it's really kind of amazingly fun to be a dick. There was this one point where I was sitting at an extraction zone, and this single guy came up to extract his loot. And as he was tying up his loot to get extracted from the helicopter, I was like, "Well, I'm gonna be a dick," and I start shooting at him. And right before I kill him, he says, "Aw, you fuck." And then I kill him. It was like the ultimately cinematic thing ever. I was like, wow, I've never been such a dick before, and it felt so good.
It's ruled by mob, just like classic Greek
By a
democracy, where it's like they have more people. This is their land. We're not gonna fuck with them, kind of thing.
Classic democracy.
Is it gonna end up with like big?
I met these people first. They're mine.
Is it gonna end up with like big gang clans actually ruling territories in the PvP zone, and everyone has to pay tax?
I mean, that'd be fantastic, but you need to go to like actual Eve for that kind of.
Like this game is sounding closer to Eve than pretty much any other game I've heard of.
It's not. The mechanics are really fucking stripped down and bare bones.
But is there anything else that's that close though? Like nothing
Eve.
really gets close to Eve, it seems.
Any role-playing thing ever? Like actual role-play servers where people try and get really into the characters in the world?
With the actual game mechanics, not with roleplay. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Eve is crazy complex, but that's a lofty comparison to throw at this game.
Yeah. And there's like more tangible aspects to it, and there's more gameplay to be had than
there's less
space spreadsheets,
graphs, and charts all the time in this game than Eve.
I still found myself doing a lot of inventory management though. Just like trying to get rid of my crap stuff. It's not that it's like inefficient or anything. It's actually pretty good. Like there's like you can mark stuff as junk and then you can all sell it at once. But it gets annoying getting all the crap loot. But that's just kind of how it is. Any flaw? Like what were your biggest flaws to you, Taylor?
Anything that wasn't the multiplayer stuff. And I can just see the same RPG mechanics that I've played every other game for. Just like, this is here to get me hooked. It's not actually fun. It's just addictive. You can see those elements of like, you're just going to build your base and upgrade your shit and craft shit and sell your shit and just grind. That element is not what I'm looking for in games anymore.
No. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the grind in myself either. I found that like if I don't have friends for this game, it's gonna be terribly boring for me. Because we had a group of 4, and it was probably like it was. We know how Evolve was one of like our best gaming moments of the other year.
2014.
2014.
Evolve Alpha was my favorite game of 2014.
It really was. We had a lot of good moments. We had a lot of good moments in that alpha. But you know how that game went, right? You know how that game succeeded.
None of us bought it.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's gonna be the same way with the Division. I'm still in wait and see mode. I mean, if I had guarantees that my friends would have it and we'd be able to play it regularly, yes, sure, I'd get it, but there's no guarantee. So
that brings me to the question: how well does it run?
Oh, my rig is.
We did play a beta, so it's hard to like say for sure.
I know, but like from just a beta, what's the performance?
Here's an interesting thing. I thought I was running at a solid 40 to 50 to 60 frames per second, and then I turned on the FPS counter and I was at like 35. It looked awfully smooth for 35, I'll say. And as
Did they use motion blur?
No motion blur. As a big, I'd turn it off anyways. As a big like, I'm a big guy. Like I really like my high frame rates. I have a 144 hertz monitor, all that good stuff.
Guy.
I was trying to not say.
Yeah, I was like I'm a big advocate. There we go for high refresh rate, high frame rate gaming. But the Division, it wasn't bad for 30 FPS. It looked pretty smooth. I wasn't frustrated at the low frame rate as I normally would be if I was playing any other game. So it's but it is pretty taxing to run. I was running on medium-ish settings, 35 frames per second.
So someone with my setup should probably run it at low.
Yeah,
I ran it at low, and it was about the same, like 35 frames.
All right,
and it still looked fine.
All right.
Yeah, it looks pretty
I don't
good.
give a shit about graphics that often anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the best judge for that.
So yeah, I'm anticipating. Like I've heard murmurs on the internet about an open beta. So and there was an extension.
It's the same place you heard the murmurs of the Teletubby killed himself. You're getting more credible sources here.
This one's a little bit more credible. Like an Xbox had like a leaked slide, and then they took it down.
That's pretty credible.
Yeah. And the devs denied it, but I would expect an open beta a little bit before launch. Basically a demo. Battlefield did the same thing, so, and I think Ubisoft did the same thing too. They did 2 rounds of alpha and beta for Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
So I expect them to do the same.
Speaking
thing.
of which, that's another one I didn't get my key for ever.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's another Ubisoft game too.
Yeah.
It's an okay game.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was fine.
Actually, I should say I'm probably not the best judge because I haven't really been feeling for FPS games in a long while, so probably a bit biased against it.
Yeah. All in all, Division was pretty fun, at least in the PvP parts. That's about it. RPG mechanics were RPG mechanics.
Yep.
Consoleized MMO. Yeah. And the PC doesn't have a Division. Like they don't have Destiny. So this is their Destiny. Pun not intended, I swear.
I don't even know which way you're trying to say that.
Yeah.
It's your destiny.
Being a Warframe player, I would say Warframe's
Oh.
PC's Destiny.
Okay.
It's sci-fi and.
Do you get PvP? Do you get PvP areas?
Yeah,
like,
but no one plays PvP.
Isn't Warframe more about running missions than like an open
raids,
world?
right? It's like raids.
It's basically constant dungeon raiding. The grind is all there is to the game. In fact, yeah. It's a fun grind, except when you reach like 250 hours, it gets boring.
All every game is a grind.
Life's a grind, son.
That's deep.
Yep.
I'm
All
telling
right.
this is deep. Life's a grind.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the division. And did you have something, Taylor? Max?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still like. What are your thoughts on this? You're probably not gonna buy it, Taylor. Gonna be just like
Nope.
Evolve.
It's just enough. I got the feeling that I wanted. I'm not going to buy it. I don't want to get addicted to a video game. 2016. That's my other. I've already got one. You know, you don't get addicted to heroin and then get some crack going. You gotta.
Are you sure?
You gotta pick your
That's
poison.
what they said. The crack would fix the heroin thing.
Who's they?
So what is
people
that?
steal your car?
Dude, Filthy Joe. Filthy Joe tells me all these things.
Who's Filthy Joe?
Filthy Joe is the man
You're a drug
inside my
dealer?
head.
Oh, okay.
I see
Okay.
Tony Montana tell me about these things.
Speaking of games you've been addicted to, Taylor, what have you been playing?
The Witness. If anyone knows who Jonathan Blow is,
Yeah.
What is The Witness?
He's a
It's-
sad man.
it's a puzzle game that is entirely line puzzle, maze puzzles, otherwise known as muzzles, that I accidentally just said. Where you're just navigating a line through a maze to get to the end. That is it. There is 900 of those puzzles.
Wow.
And
And
it's
In a beautiful open world environment.
Yes.
By the way.
with different biomes, with different types of puzzles in each different biome. And
That's
there's
cool.
different audio logs around the world that give you various like philosophers and scientists quotes on just like nothing really super cohesive as far as the story goes. There's not much of one, but puzzles are insanely designed, and it's pretty much perfect as a puzzle game. And it's like 900 puzzles. I've done like 140 of them or something.
wow,
In 9 or 10 hours.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Is it like? I mean, it's hard to draw comparisons, but like, is Portal like a good comparison,
No.
or Talos
No.
Principle?
Because it's the only way you interact with the game is there's a tableau. You use your cursor to click on the tableau to start it, and then you draw a line through it. That's the only way you interact with the game other than walking.
Wow. Okay.
There's
And it's-
nothing else. The only thing similar to Portal is that there are puzzles.
Okay. And it's good. And like
And it's
story.
good, yes.
Story. There's a story,
Stories.
right?
In Portal, yes.
Well, I heard that there's a story in Witness, but
No.
Do you think there
it's-
might be a story hidden somewhere in the game?
No.
No?
It's just musings about philosophy and
It's just- it's just a
philosophy, it's like
thought-provoking
natural versus
environment.
Science
Mm.
is all it is.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
And it's fucking pretty as hell, and Ravenstorm played with me for 3 hours.
It was good.
Mhm.
It got me to download it.
the night before, he didn't say buy it, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. Jonathan Blow,
Yeah,
come,
we're aware.
Come murder Ravenstorm.
Yep.
Anyway,
I hope he knows that this game has made me very happy, and that the happiness I obtained from it was the same sort of happiness that I got while playing it with you, and you legally purchased it.
I did.
And
Because I support
also
my indies
that
occasionally.
Otherwise I wouldn't have been happy. And isn't that why he does this in the first place? It's not for
No,
money,
he
it's
right?
his
also
job.
said something about how he hated all the pirators for the Witness. So,
He didn't say he hated it. He was just kind of. It seemed more disappointed than hatred from the tone of that.
Oh, well, I have one more bit of news, but keep going. I forgot there was one more bit of news.
I recommend everyone play this game. If you like puzzles at all. If you don't like puzzles, then it's just not going to work for you, because that's all it is.
Yeah.
But man, it's one of those games I'm probably just going to play like an hour a day and
Nice.
just slowly chip at.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I've got some free time. Get a
Like,
couple
just-
puzzles in. Not bad.
Mhm.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. I hate to interrupt our session of consuming, producing, making, breaking.
This
But
just in.
yes, this just in.
My news music.
Amazon wants to make a music streaming service.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember, like, this one's a pretty good one though. Because are any of you guys subscribed to Amazon Prime?
No.
Yep, my family is, so I'm technically.
Ravenstorm?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. My brother is, and I share his account. You could share with one other person. It used to be you could share with a lot more, but it's just one now. But I get the full Prime benefits. And now Amazon wants to add streaming to that, those benefits. So, do you think Taylor? You're a pretty loyal fan of Spotify.
I'm only loyal because I have 5,000 songs saved on it, and I don't know how to
Export
I don't
it.
want to go through and just say, oh, now let me go through this and change all this to a new service.
Okay. And you're liking Spotify, right? I'm not a Spotify subscriber.
Spotify.
Okay.
They just started doing like podcasts and videos and stuff, so they're expanding weirdly too.
Interesting. Okay. Amazon used to had a cloud music service, but it was only for stuff you could buy. Like you couldn't stream it. So I'm under the impression that Amazon is going to just streaming, and if they get enough content, I might make the switch over to streaming. Hop off those old MP3s. I mean, I used to because I'm an MP3 guy. I listen to my 320 kilobits.
DRM though, and you need to keep music, man.
I know.
You don't. You really don't.
What if you, dude?
Amazon's not going anywhere.
Don't you want the FLAC files?
But
The FLAC. Gotta get
but
that
you
FLAC.
might not always have access to Amazon.
Well, I know for Spotify, Taylor, you had the option to download all the music, right?
It's only downloaded in terms of if I have Spotify installed. If I uninstall Spotify, all that stuff goes too.
Right,
So it's
but
basically just making it so you don't have to use internet. It's not quite the same.
okay. I mean, that's fine. I know I'm gonna be able to access Amazon all the time.
And I know Ravenstorm is just afraid of things going away. But in my lifestyle, I'm more than okay with things disappearing and then me moving on. I don't want to live freakishly trying to hoard all my music.
I am a proud data hoarder. I hoard all my data. That's why I have a 4 terabyte drive.
I import my vaporwave on vinyl.
There is a record
Yes.
company that
Yes.
does vaporwave and vinyl. It's called
I
Dream Catalog.
I
Are
saw
you serious?
I
Yeah, it's
saw
called Dream Catalog.
I saw someone selling vinyl prints of their they weren't just selling vinyl vaporwave. They were selling cassettes too of their vaporwave album. Yeah, and it was a limited run of 1,000 copies, and they sold both of them all out. They sold them all.
There's still
They
a
sold
demographic.
both of them, the two.
That's assuming it's what, $10 an album. That's $20,000 in antiquated music formats.
I didn't know there was still a demographic for cassettes.
They're just straight up just the cheapest thing, is what it is. If you want a physical form of it, it's the cheapest thing there is.
Also, vaporwave, its culture is 90s stuff. Cassettes are kind of part of that, so it's kind of part of the culture. Anyways, yeah. So, Amazon doing streaming stuff. It's crazy because Amazon used to just be you bought your books there or your CDs there, and now you could basically get all of your services on one and without only paying one bill per year.
That's all every company is trying to do. Is make them your media hub.
Yeah.
Remember when Microsoft tried to do it and release the Xbox One and everyone said "fuck you," but now every other company is like, "Yeah, fuck them, cause us. You wanted to go to us."
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing is Amazon has something that none of these other companies do, which is free freaking 2-day shipping, and it's pretty freaking awesome, by the way. 2-day shipping is pretty freaking
in
awesome.
Sacramento, we have our 2-hour shipping now too.
You got the 2-hour shipping too, right? Even big cities. So if you have Prime, it's kind of like a no-brainer. You're gonna get all that stuff. I'm not gonna unsubscribe from Prime because Netflix has more options for movies. I don't pay Amazon for that. Everything else is just a bonus. And if I could get if I could get all of it, at once. Mm-hmm. I'd get Amazon, because if I only had to pay for one service, I'd pay for Amazon, I think, because they get me shipping and the rest of the stuff. Their video service is actually pretty robust. You could watch Ex Machina.
Is that the
So watch the
official
one
testament
movie.
of?
That's the pinnacle of media, of course.
Well, I could. Okay,
Is
I'll go through. I'll go
another
through it right now.
cyberpunk thing.
The Man in the High Castle. I mean, that's an Amazon exclusive though. So, I guess.
I
Amazon
haven't used any
exclusive.
of other Amazon stuff other than buying things from them. We have Amazon Prime. I've never used the videos at all.
Do you know how many subsidiary sites Amazon has? You can
There's
find it at the
Twitch.
bottom. At the bottom of their Amazon page, you can find links to.
Wait,
all
guys,
sorts of
there's a
sites.
30-minute thing called Tom Clancy's The Division: Agent Origins. It's got a
That's a movie?
It's a 7.8 on IMDb. 1,000. It's 3.5 stars. 1,825 reviews.
Oh,
Okay.
not bad. It's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the story in that game was kind of like, it's
Very-
the apocalypse. You need to make it not the apocalypse.
I got a lot of
That's really all it was.
I got a lot of just. I mean, it's just because it's New York, but I got a lot of I Am Legend vibes from it. But not
There was
much
also
because it's
this
New York.
weird part of the apocalypse where there's just civilians just walking on the street. It was like half apocalypse, where the dark zone was the super bad area, but the rest of it was just like mostly bad.
It's like it only killed people with housing, so all the homeless people just went along with their day. Basically,
I don't know. That was weird.
yeah.
That's irrelevant. But
You know, based on how the game looked, I thought it was just a normal afternoon in Chicago.
Oh,
You mean Detroit,
Detroit?
Fresno?
boom.
Hey man, I
Docked
lived in
in.
Chicago, except I don't remember living there, so
So you're
So you-
offended anyway.
I was inside. I was mere like inches from what is now the sun. I was there.
I just don't
Are you
remember it.
sure it was that
I don't remember it though.
Because
It
of
was
the
not a
Teletubby
sun from a few thousand light years away.
It was all the suns. It was all the suns. We were right up in there.
right over there. Drinking sun booze.
Amazon has another cool feature. I recently got my hands on a new Kindle Paperwhite. That's my
Oh,
my
nice.
new gear.
Solid.
Yep. And I got the one with the 3G because the 3G will allow me to access Wikipedia from basically anywhere that AT&T is for free. And that's great. That's like
worth it.
that's life-saving potentially.
That's worth it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I ended up downloading a library's worth of books, so I put them all on there, and I took it to the river today and read for a while, and that was a good experience.
That sounds very pleasant, actually.
It is.
I miss that river.
Reading outdoors is great.
I
Highly
concur.
recommend it.
I concur. Do you like to get a little reading in? What else have you been checking out these days, Ravenstorm?
Well, I've been meaning to check out lots of things because I've loaded a bunch of stuff onto this. Neuromancer, my new
Yes.
recommendation I
Yes.
put on there.
Yes.
Let me browse through the library thing, and I'll list some things.
William Gibson's Neuromancer. It's phenomenal. I'm not done with it yet, but it's still phenomenal.
I have lots of stuff. I'll go through the fiction. Brave New World, To Kill a
Alright.
Mockingbird, Norwegian Wood, Book Thief, Definitive H.P. Lovecraft,
Oh yeah.
a bunch of Kurt Vonnegut stuff, H.G. Wells, Twain, Shakespeare, a couple of books from that I read in high school. One that I didn't, that I actually do want to read.
Did you buy all these books for Ravenstorm?
Absolutely not, dude. These authors are
Alright.
dead. They're not getting anything from me if I buy these books. You know what I mean?
You feel?
Oh,
Well, you,
I
well,
just
you
wanna-
see, H.P. Lovecraft didn't die; he ascended.
yeah, that's true.
All great art is written to the ether, and it's
But he
just
was
I
to
just
the
always,
desert
I just want
for anyone.
to. The only reason I keep bringing it up is I love hearing you constantly justify. Other than just, I can't buy them. Which is the real answer.
I don't want to. I don't. But why buy them when I could get them for free?
Because physical copies
Morality!
feel nice.
What do you mean morality?
All right, we're done here.
Well,
What do you
you
mean
can't.
morality?
You could also
Define
borrow.
morality,
You could
Taylor.
borrow
Okay, let's do
ebooks.
this.
You could borrow
Okay.
ebooks from your public library if you wanted to.
But
That's an
I
option.
don't understand. I don't understand the difference between me doing that and me doing this.
That's true.
Okay.
It sounds very weird. And there are worse things to pirate. So.
Like
a car.
Hey, I would download a car, man.
I think
All
all
of
of
us
us
will.
will.
novelty.
I think that's been an established
A running
fact on
joke.
this podcast. We
Yeah.
we
Yes.
would download a car.
We
Yeah.
would download an entire car, not just the frame.
Yep. That Honda Civic. I'm not proud of it, but
Man, you have to think higher. A broken down Ford with all the rust, somehow printed.
yeah, you gotta make it look like no one would even want to pirate it.
Right,
Right. And then you're in the clear.
You
I
can
understand.
always use Plastidip,
Yeah,
bit
there
of
we go.
masking tape,
There we go.
what New York couriers do.
Wait, could you download a pirate ship, and what would that make the?
Can I
joke?
pirate a pirate? Is the question. And
I
can
think
I
we
pirate
got
Metal Gear Solid 5? Yes, sirree.
Has it been fully cracked now?
Today.
Oh, congratulations.
By the way, I in no way endorse these actions. These are I
do
live
not
a purely
condone?
fictional life. I live a purely fictional life. Like
His name's Ravenstorm, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
I mean, like,
He never was real.
I'm just a voice that James does, and it's because he just started this podcast.
Why was the
with no
voice that
one.
James did 25 minutes late to the podcast?
Exactly.
Boom!
Got him.
So, the pirates made a crack that surpassed Metal Gear.
Yes. Okay, so is it okay if it's Konami that I'm
Yeah,
See,
Kojima's
that's
not
the
getting
that's
money.
the that's
Just
the
do it, just do
that's
it.
that's the conundrum that everyone has. It's like, I love this game so much and I want to support the
What if I
the
just
developer.
want to
Wait,
support? What if I just want to support the
It's
concept
also-
artist?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's no longer
That
you
again.
only get the
Konami.
concept. You only get the concept art then, Ravenstorm.
That's fine. That's fine. That's all I wanted anyway.
Hey, those concept arts are really good.
If someone gave me Assassin's Creed concept art and it just started out with like Altair and his blade and his missing finger, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's give me a few more, and they gave me the future iterations. Then it gets to Assassin's Creed like 5, and then it shows him walking through a door. I'm just like, oh my god, this is revolutionary. Because you could go inside buildings.
It's like a flip book.
occasionally.
It's like a flip book.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's so different. The
The little
concept art.
caterpillar.
And it just lets me hold my controller and I just get to press the right trigger and up and hold A for hours and while I look at this concept art, and it's great.
Nice.
You know, by pirating it, you're going to miss out on the online stuff. A lot of people hate the online stuff. I find it to be necessary for the game.
I know, and I actually consciously do miss out on that. I'm just like, damn it, I would see something I could never really get the full experience out of for sure is something like Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 online looks so much fun, but alas, it's like just single player. It would just be
I've
single player.
heard that GTA 5's multiplayer gets boring really fast because there's no actual goal.
Well, it's okay because this is Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. It's like him and I aren't making a joke. We're contractually obligated to say that every time anyone says Metal Gear.
Metal
You buy the game, you just have to say Metal Gear as a question every time someone says Metal Gear.
Okay,
Questions.
It's a curse.
that's good.
Curse.
Can you imagine in your
Behind D.
Imagine.
imagine your engineering class is like, all right, we have to install Metal Gear here. A Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Just the entire class is just like Metal Gear.
Oh, it's not just a nuke. Christ, this game is full of memes.
Behind D.
I mean, they directly reference, talk about memes in this franchise, like how they should, like.
Eurobeam.
Oh, Christ. It's like your memes end here. The memes. It's like.
I wonder.
It's a
what
beautiful
point-
thing.
Oh my god, Christ.
Anyways,
Wipe this meme from the face of the earth.
I'm surprised you
That's all the
don't
patrons
see.
wanted to do. Is they hated memes, Max.
My God, Lolly Low. You
That's
two
the
are
thing
probably
also.
lost in all of this.
It's so dense.
Lost.
There's so many things going on.
What else have you been checking out, Ravenstorm? I don't know, Taylor. I don't know if you finished things that you've been playing, things you've been checking out.
I read a book, but I don't have much to talk about.
Okay.
About this
What book?
Memoirs of a
Real quick.
Geisha
Okay.
by
Okay.
some dude. I like Japan and historical Japan, and it's a bad story, but good historical Japan elements.
Interesting.
Learning about the life of a geisha.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
sure if I'd recommend it. Unless you're really
But it's
into
great. But I don't recommend it.
1930s, and I didn't say that.
Oh.
I said it's
Oh.
great historical Japan and a bad story.
Oh. Is the story itself bad, or is it like the content of the story is bad?
No, I read the book, not the movie. Thanks.
Well, I'm. Do they have ratings for books, as in age ratings?
No, not that I know of.
No.
No, because it's a free medium. You get to
Truly
say
free.
whatever you want.
It's free when you download it off.
It's free when an
Fast
author
up. You're
writes
killing
it.
him.
Van Gogh never got any of that money.
He died drunk and
He
poor.
cut off his ear and he died. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. But like, I was just wondering if it was written poorly or the story.
No, it was just all the characters really were like one note. It's like, this character, she is mean. That is her entire character. That kind of
So
thing.
it is written badly.
The way the characters are written badly, but the story isn't written badly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything? Okay. Ravenstorm, anything else you've been playing other than Metal Gear?
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
I don't have any
Rocket
Metal
League.
Gear. Rocket League is making me excited for their new season, which is going to start soon. I'm only in bronze right now, and they're changing the rankings altogether next season. I'm excited for that, so that hopefully I'll have a better place in this updated matchmaking system. Because right now I'm in a trough where some of the players that I play with are actively good, and others are actively bad, and they're all around the same rank points. And so it's like trying to get out of silver in CS:GO. It's just a really
I really want Valve or the guys who do CS:GO to completely reset the ranking system for all players, just to see everyone have a collective freak out. Because the CS:GO community is one of the craziest communities I've ever seen. And that's
In
saying
terms of
something.
what?
Just like
Relative to what?
they're so reactionary.
I
that-
mean,
That's
isn't that
the internet.
every esports community?
I don't know. They seem more they seem more reactionary than most. Like the league guys are.
Kappa.
Well, that's just
They're
Kappa.
no longer satire.
That's
man.
Twitch.
They are serious.
Well, that's the thing though. Like CS:GO and Kappa are like the same thing now. It's sad, but it's true. And
Don't
like
even know what that means.
it's the Twitch chat.
I know what Kappa means. I don't know what CS:GO and Kappa are the same thing now means.
The
Well,
Counter Strike,
like,
the Counter Strike
CS:GO
community.
subreddit is just a cesspool now.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
yeah.
bad.
So like I want to see, because like they were already freaking out over the ranks from when they adjusted it. I want to see what happens when they clear it, and they're like, and I want to see the post people saying, "Oh, this game is literally unplayable. I don't even want to play competitive anymore because I keep getting stuck with silvers," or stuff like that. You know, I kind of want to see. I want to see people get mad like that because like I want to laugh at how much they care about that. I mean, it's kind of mean. But...
Hopefully, April 1st, they do a little opposite day thing and wipe out everyone's ranks and lie that they're gonna do that for only one day. It's opposite day, so the promises don't count.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways. Rocket League, right? Ravenstorm? Sorry, I had to interrupt with my rant about CS:GO.
I don't mind. Yeah, it's just going to be a slow progression. I think. Well, I guess the big transition that's happening is I'm going to be weaning myself off of internet media and just delving into reading and writing being my primary forms of consumption and production, and just gonna keep it that way for a while.
Are you going to print out internet articles and then write comments in
He's gonna
pen?
write short stories about every Rocket League game he plays.
Basically. No, but I sold my entire, well, not everything, but all the expensive bits of my CS:GO inventory, and I got $35 out of it.
Nice.
Isn't enough for Metal Gear, which I was going to spend it on.
Well, I mean, you could just wait for a sale. They've got like 40% off sales a few times, so
I will wait for that, and I will pay for it. But for now, $35 sits in the bank, waiting to go to Konami. Waiting. But they don't let me pay what I want.
That physically hurt me. You're just funding another pachinko machine, man.
Yeah.
Or another Yu-Gi-Oh card.
What are you writing with, Ravenstorm?
I'm writing with a program called WriteMonkey.
Oh, interesting.
It's a great open source, free minimalist writing software. Everything is accessible through right-click. It's great. Very simple though. Just
What does it do differently than other things that you want to use it for?
it's quick to start and stop. Like I always have it open, and also I like monospaced fonts, so I get to do all my monospaced font things in there.
I don't know what that means. I'm
All
font
the-
ignorant.
All the characters are the same width. It's like whenever you see code, like it's usually in a monospaced font, like Courier.
Okay.
It's very aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
You don't listen to some vaporwave while going into monospaced
I
font.
actually do. I actually
Yeah,
do.
vaporwave's actually really good for doing other stuff.
It is.
To it.
It's relaxing.
Random question, Ravenstorm. What's your opinion on the Ubuntu font?
Ubuntu font.
Ubuntu, UBUNTU, like the OS or whatever.
Let me look it up.
It's always
Ubuntu.
interesting when I'm hanging out with Ravenstorm and he just notices fonts on things.
Yeah,
I've never thought about that in my entire life.
I remember I was telling Ravenstorm a story, and then he started cringing. I was like, "What was wrong with my story?" And he's like, "The font on that sign."
Yeah. That
I'm
sounds
sorry.
pretty accurate.
I'm really sorry about that. It's just it's glaringly obvious to me.
well, like the stuff I post on Facebook, and you just make a single comment on what the font is.
Yes, I'm sorry about that too.
That's
actually
pretty
pretty interesting.
I rather like the Ubuntu font. I wouldn't use it for anything else but a header, because I really don't enjoy the way the rounder bits, like on the D's and the Q's, are
Like a
kind of
weird
chopped.
angle thing, but not really an angle.
I'm not digging that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just
But
that
it's-
a few people on Reddit were like gushing over it, like Christ came back.
It's a good font. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the first line where it says this is the Ubuntu font family, that's really nice. But for the longer passages, like it all works, but I don't like the shape of the letters personally.
All right.
I mean, could just do it in Arial, and that would be worse. But
What about Comic Sans?
Comic Sans is okay if you're writing a comic or making
They're
a
12.
meme, or you're a Doge. Doges are the only acceptable users of Comic Sans.
haven't
That is
heard
their
that.
font. They trademarked that. They're gonna attempt to trademark that font.
Like, no, go ahead.
I mined 16,000 Dogecoins.
Oh.
How was that? What is that worth in dollars now?
Not very much.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Yep.
Should I talk about how some group is trying to trademark the React
That's
name?
the Fine
I don't
Brothers,
want.
and
I
they
do
Fine
not
Brothers
want to talk
are-
about it.
They
I don't want
are.
to talk about it.
I could go on for a while about that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
But-
yes.
Why shouldn't we?
It's okay. We can talk about it
Because
Well,
it's
why
a
not? Why don't we?
cringeworthy.
It's a
and-
cringeworthy topic because it's like, hey guys, let's hate on these guys because people are trying to be copyright
Yeah, it's
guys.
It's really not. It's really not like. It's just a train that we're gonna jump on, and if we jump on it, then it's kind of.
It's a hate train. I don't
No,
like
it's
no
it.
real discussion. It's just a circle jerk.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
But no, but
That's how
do
I
you
feel
do
about
you-
the React videos in general.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly.
But we need to do better. You know, we need to do better.
The best way to combat it is to avoid it. That's or to ignore it. Sorry, my bad.
And we're kind of being meta and talking about that. So really, it's not.
Are we
Talking about
like,
what? We're avoiding
infringing
this.
a trademark or something right now?
What are we?
It's
avoiding?
just
Every
the
time
format.
you say the words Ravenstorm, I expect $5 in my hand.
You don't
Hey,
own that
Let me
website.
get my wallet.
On my way
I
home today,
don't own that website. I need to.
I'm on my way home today. I was thinking about creating. I'm sure 3 trillion people, more people than exist on the face of the earth, thought of this, but just me reacting to just everything. It's like James reacts to getting on the bus, and it's just me getting on the bus. But
If you did it consistently,
yeah, no,
it would
consistently.
be
It's just
hilarious.
like my entire daily routine. James reacts to waking up in the morning. It's just me waking up in the morning. James reacts to, stepping on a wet floor.
James reacts to getting swatted.
I'm going to call SWAT on myself.
And react to it.
Yeah, exactly. And we had to like
Everything
oh,
we do
no.
is a reaction.
Whoops.
Anyways,
James reacts to it being 420.
what time is it
Wait,
right
is it-
now? What time is it right now?
9:28.
No, it's not
Is
420.
It's like, oh, it's 4:20. Huh. And then you go back to what you're. That's
End
honestly
the
what I
video.
did today. I looked at my phone. It was 4:20.
This
I
should
was
just
like,
be a live
huh.
stream of you just narrating everything you're looking at and then just have an audible reaction to it. Like, oh yeah, that's my keyboard. Yeah, okay.
Sounds like the most mundane biographical documentary
It's
I've
12
ever...
meta, 13U.
The fuck is that?
We've gone too far, boys. We've gone too far.
Murph!
I think it started.
Don't leave me, Murph!
It all started. It was all because of those vapor waves. That's what happened. All the vapor waves we've been inhaling.
Wait, how do you inhale waves?
You inject them,
Oh, that way.
That's how I do it.
That makes sense.
and then sing faint 80s songs in the background. Yeah, through a crappy speaker. Basically, it's basically. It's like super faded away. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Max, what have you been testing, checking out, doing, producing, consuming?
Let's see. Making sure that my show is dead forever, except maybe the Judge Dredd one. I don't know.
It's new year, new beginnings, Max.
I tried to record again. I still hate horror games. I can't handle them. I can't believe I got as far as I did. And then I have to play 2 more after that? No, fuck that.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. It's a new
Kind of do what
beginning.
you want.
But I have all 3 of them. I bought all of them.
You should do React videos. You should make React videos.
And then I get sued by 2 assholes. No thanks. Let's see what else I've been doing. Playing Melee, because even though my school's club has not started yet, one of the club members just took one of the tables in the cafeteria, put a CRT on top of it, and then
Clubs haven't started, but we're starting now.
it's actually acting as pretty good advertisement for the club, because there's a few people who didn't know the club existed.
Building up the
And-
hype. Building up the hype.
Sorta.
Nice,
I'm
nice.
making a bunch of club posters for the club. Unlike last semester's, these are based off of movie posters. I already made the
Oh.
Donkey Kong one. I'm going to make a Godzilla one.
What
Then
movies are they
make-
based off of?
Okay, the Donkey Kong one is based off King Kong, the 2005 poster, not the old one. Godzilla would be based off. Well, I mean, there will be one with Yoshi as Godzilla,
Okay. Alright.
and there will be a Rocky one with Little Mac as Rocky.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I will be recreating the entire Force Awakens poster with Smash characters, and that's going to be very difficult.
That sounds
That's
really
ambitious.
awesome. That sounds awesome, though.
That will be the most difficult poster I've ever made. Okay.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. And I've been playing Blade and Soul, that crappy Korean MMO. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Does it have everything that is crappy? Like terrible aesthetics? I can't take the word aesthetics seriously anymore. Sorry.
Define terrible. Is boobs everywhere terrible?
It's generally frowned upon.
In certain circles.
At least with Terra, everyone was sexualized, so it was all fair. But I can't believe
that's a better way to look at it, I suppose. They should make the guys like wear speedos in that game. Then
that's pretty much Terra. I don't think there's a single character not sexualized in there. But with Blade and Soul, it's like the guys have good, normal, awesome costumes, and the girls, it's like this guy can't really make female costumes, and I'm playing a female.
That's disappointing.
How does it feel to disagree with sexism on the level of a video game
and still being a hypocrite and playing a female character anyways, because I no longer give a shit and I'm accepting it, unlike how it used to be when I was a teenager. I feel nothing. I'm just playing a free-to-play MMO with decent combat and shitty grind.
You know the old saying, from dust to playing a shitty MMO and back to dust.
I blame MMOs on my worsening FPS skills. No, seriously, legitimately.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, Melee and MMOs.
Nice.
Yes.
Well.
Yes, very good.
My life is suffering. I'm probably gonna make that Judge Dredd stuff now.
Only if you like it.
Or you know what? I was actually legitimately thinking, what if I should go on Steam, buy one of those hentai games, and actually making a video on that, because I've been doing.
Would that be allowed on YouTube?
Well,
no, he gets sued.
Just not on Twitch.
You can have hentai on YouTube?
Well, the Steam versions are censored. I'll be buying all of the Sakura games, Nekapara and Hunipop, and the sequel Hunicam, in which you are owning a monopoly of cam girls, and then you're
basically a pimp.
But like, it's weird. God damn.
Those games are really weird. Really
what
weird.
Was that last syllable?
Let's move on. Move on.
How much money are you gonna spend on that?
Me?
Yes.
0. I'm just gonna pirate that shit.
Okay.
Hey,
you know, fuck it. I'm just
filthy
play Judge Dredd.
Pirates everywhere.
I'm just gonna play Judge Dredd and make recordings of that. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck my life.
That's a spirit, positive energy to keep you going.
The game sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. Moving on.
It's a new week. You know what that means?
What?
New gear.
Oh my fuck.
That's right. Right.
What'd you buy now?
My computer is now the size of a postage stamp.
Excuse me, I haven't got that far yet. It's only the package label. New week, new hobby. Actually, something completely new. I've decided to jump into the wild world of fountain pens. Gotta complete the trifecta: mechanical keyboard, audiophile headphones, fountain pens.
Yeah, there's 3 things that you can spend inordinate amounts of money on. You showed me a fountain pen the other night.
It was
how much?
It was actually tonight. Actually, it was today. It was $45,000. 45.
Can I get a link to that?
I could. Yeah, I'll link it after the podcast.
What is it made out of?
I don't know. A lot of gold, probably. There's like special intricate designs on it.
It's made of
pen that weighs 20
It's made of 2% pen, 98% design markup.
Honestly, that wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably what it is.
That is what it is.
But I picked up, per Ravenstorm's suggestion, a Pilot Parallel pen. Fortunately, the entry cost for pens is pretty low. You could pick up this pen for about $7. This one is a little different though, because it's more of like a calligraphy pen than a regular traditional fountain pen with a nib, where the nib is kind of pointed. This one is like a chisel, So you could use the corner to write normally, or you could use the chisel to do calligraphy, fancy stuff. It's kind of fun to do, and I'm hoping it helps me improve my handwriting because my handwriting is crap. And if I put some time into actually writing, I'll improve my handwriting. Another thing is that ink gets everywhere. I tried out my pen, this pen a couple days ago, and then I went to the bathroom and there was ink on my neck. I don't know how it got to my neck.
I know that feeling.
It got on my neck. Like I was just like a dark black dot on my neck. I'm like, that's not a new mole. And like there's there's ink dots on my wall, which is directly behind where I was writing. Like I was writing, like it was behind me. There's no way it could have gotten there. I don't know how. And yeah, also I found that my paper is crap. The paper I have in my apartment right now is crap. I didn't buy it, full disclosure. So I had to pick up new paper because my paper is bottlenecking my pen, which is silly.
You can get some of that Primo vellum.
Primo 24
illuminated manuscript shit.
It's Primo 24-pound HP LaserJet printer paper.
Okay, I guess that's acceptable.
Yeah, it's like less than $10 a ream. Like again, fountain pens are pretty easy to get into. That's where they get you.
By the way, I ended up ordering one of those Pilot Parallels.
Really?
After, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me know how it goes.
What is your use for them? Are you gonna just learn calligraphy, or?
So yeah, I'm not a calligraphy guy, so the Pilot Parallel isn't the best for me. I'm gonna pick up a Platinum Preppy, which is another $7 pen, which has a traditional nib.
Good name.
Yeah, Platinum Preppy. It's like pretty cheap. And then if I continue liking it, I'm gonna move up to Lamy Safari, which is like a little less than $30. And then hopefully I will stop there, and someone will stop me.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, James. You know that.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll see. It's an interesting exercise in writing. Another thing I've been doing, I don't know if I told you guys, I'm learning Japanese because I need something to break away from the maths and computer science in my day. So it's really interesting to like write characters with a fountain pen. Because there's like a lot of weird, like the characters are a little, they're shaped kind of strange, and like I don't know how they get the right marks on it, and it's a little bit easier to do with the fountain pen, I find.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been having a fair amount of fun with it. Again, my limiting factor is the paper that I'm using right now, so I have to go pick up some new paper. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm doing a write up on it right now, so when the new addendum comes up, that'll be on the site.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to kind of delving into this new hobby, and hopefully my handwriting improves. That's the main reason for it, really. I want to improve my handwriting.
It'll happen.
I never heard of a computer science major having improving handwriting. I heard the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I work in an office, and I actually write a fair amount, so
okay.
I need better handwriting.
Not typing, actually
Here.
writing.
I mark up documents and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a link. This is a. Oh, never mind. It's in the chat.
It's a
For
gift.
people who don't know about the Pilot Parallel,
Yeah.
you can find information on the Pilot Parallel at http:// imgur with a U /
Is that how you guys pronounce
lowercase
No, it's
q
Imager.
I call it
X,
Imager.
uppercase V lowercase a j x .gif.
Pronounced GIF.
And it's just someone writing Nike in a pen.
It looks really nice. It looks nice.
So what about that $46,000 pen?
It's very expensive. That's all I have to say about that. More fun facts, because I spent the afternoon researching fountain pens. So the tip of the fountain pen is called a nib, and apparently those are kind of like a really big factor of the pens naturally. And sometimes they'll get messed up, or someone needs repairs, or they want to mod it. And the people who work with those nibs, they're called nibmeisters.
Nibmeisters.
Yes. Occupation: fountain pen nibmeister.
Occupation: nibbing.
A master.
I nib for a living.
a master of pen nibs.
Yep.
That's seriously a thing.
Yep. That's a thing. It's really niche and really crazy.
Am I supposed to like envision an old man with monocles?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The whole like clockwork outfit.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I picked up. I also picked up Downwell for mobile. I don't know if I told you guys last week, but that's what I did. Rip my attention span in class. Actually, I don't really play. I don't play on my phone in class. Yeah, I don't play on my phone in class though, so that's not a huge issue. It requires too much attention to properly slack off.
Yeah, do Hearthstone. That would work out for you.
Oh yeah, that probably would. I played Hearthstone. Only times I played. If you ever saw me playing Hearthstone, I was on the can, 100% of the time.
That's disturbing. That's disturbing.
I play a match against the AI and then go on with my day.
So that's
why is that disturbing?
So that's what you call number 2.
Everybody
Hearthstone.
poops. Everybody poops.
Yes,
So
that's
like-
true, but why?
Because the game is shit.
Snapple.
No.
Sorry. I had to say that though. It was the only logical progression for that sentence. Aside from that, Division, like we've talked about before, and The Witcher 2. That's about it.
The Witcher.
Yeah. Most of the big thing is the fountain pen, though. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. I might be picking up a new backpack soon. Probably the Polar Rucksack 2. Polar Rucksack 2. I need a new backpack, so the purchases continue. They never stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will stop.
It'll stop when I have everything, probably.
Stop when you're dead. Try my purchases from my cold dead fingers.
I don't
Bury
look
me
at my
with my
Amazon
hobbies.
history. I don't want to look at my Amazon history. Don't make me look at my Amazon history.
Look at your Amazon history, James. Look at it.
I'm gonna cry. Okay.
Look at it taunt you.
I think that's enough for today. Before you guys try to intervene again.
Look at it, James. Or no, it'll look back at you.
I still haven't gotten my transistor figure in. They sent me a shipping tracking number today, but so hopefully we get it by the end of the week.
Nice.
But yeah. Okay. I think that's it. So it's about time to close out, unless you guys have any final closing thoughts.
Look at it, James.
I'm good.
You guys are good.
Look at it.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
You guys. Sneak out before this is over.
Thank you for listening. This week's intro and outro provided to you by Grant Webster. His SoundCloud link is in the video description. If you want to follow us, I'm at the James Lee on Twitter, Taylor at TKelsey, and Ravenstorm at the Ravenstorm. And if you want to check us out over at Addendum, well,
Don't.
when it's up.
But you can contact me at contact.ravenstorm@gmail.com.
That's true. That is very true. And again, thank you for listening. On behalf of Ravenstorm, Max, Taylor, and myself, we'll see you next time. That's
Back
funny.
in my day, we just had magazines and forests, and we couldn't turn the pages for some odd
There's no
reason.
forest around here.
Do you want to know a funny story?
What
Did
is
I
it?
tell you guys
Is
this
it
story?
related?
It is related.
Turn the podcast back on.
It's
one of
still
my
recording.
favorite
It's still recording,
spots.
boys.
At one of my favorite spots on the river, on the American River. I walked in one day, and instead of having a nice nature view, I just had a view of nature, and it was sufficiently nice. But there was some clothing strewn about, and some magazines laying on the ground, and a tiny foil pipe with some burnt stemmy weed in it. And I look at the clothes, and they're like they're boys' clothes, approximately the size of like a 13 or 14-year-old kid. The magazines are nudie mags, and I'm just like, oh my god, some kid came here, got high, came all over his clothes, and then left them here. Went home.
What's the rest
Stoned
of
as
the story?
fuck.
Stoned
What's
and
the rest of the
naked. Went home stoned and naked.
The story was that I found a freshman
No,
starter kit.
his rest of his story.
A freshman starter kit.
Well, fucking.
That's everyone's
God.
rite of passage, you know.
I thought modern day freshman starter kits were actual websites, but okay.
Good.